I've always wanted to say this, we're back. When we left the project, we said, I'll be back. But anyway, so I'm Van, Backyard Carpenter, and there's Tony and Jane down there. And so we're back to paint these posts. What you have to do when you got treated material, you have to wait a couple months for it to dry out. Again, when we were doing those bolts, every time we squeezed them a little tighter, just liquid was pouring down the side of the post. So now we're back to actually paint these posts. All right, so, and then we're gonna do some fancy down here. Tony's measuring now. We pre-cut our little boards to a 22.5-degree angle on them for water flow. And then, so he's making a measure now to start wrapping these. It's actually a decking material. It's 5/4 or 1 inch. And so we're gonna make sure that we take it about 1/8 of an inch above the stonework here. And so we're gonna get started on this. There's Jane. What did the painter decide about the amount of paint?
Should be just right.
Should be just right. All right, so she's getting started over here, right, and getting her plastic in place to protect the stoneware. And now that we've seen this after a couple of months, our repair for the stone, where we put these big posts, they have blended in pretty nicely. But anyway, so that's what we're doing this morning. I'm Van, that's Jane, that's Tony. The Backyard Carpenters, Baby Boomers Can Do, have returned to the project. What Tony is doing is, this is the base around each of the posts, just to kind of fancy-fy it.
That looks really good.
And so he's doing it, 45 cuts. We already did. We took the table saw and ripped down 22.5 so the water flow off of it. We'll caulk around the edges. And the main thing is just prevent water from getting behind it. But this is treated material that sat around for about 3 or 4 months at least. And so now they can be painted. We don't have to wait on these. Doing her thing.
Doing my favorite thing.
Her favorite thing. So anyway, so she's got her favorite brush, her favorite. And what's cool about that little, it's got a magnet right there that you can, put your brush on and it holds it in place for you.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool. So that's what she's doing, all right? What I'm doing is absolutely nothing.
As usual. Everybody else is working. This video's us working. How do I know when it's going?
Huh?
Oh, I see it now.
What's that?
Well, I couldn't tell when it was working or not, but I see it now. Van is actually doing a little work this morning.
Oh, I'm going to get all this.
When you put these, see how this comes way past here?
Right.
Because that's got to be put back.
Final video of this project. Again, we had to wait a couple of months for the 6x6 posts to dry out. All right, and what was kind of interesting, we had to go around and tighten all the nuts because there has already been shrinkage and they had loosened up. So we tightened them up. But Jane did a fantastic job. We got each of the bottom of the posts are now wrapped just to fancy-fy them. So again, when you put up treated material, you have got to wait at least 4 months for them to dry. So I'm Van, that's Jane and Tony. We're the Backyard Carpenter, Baby Boomers Can Do. Until another project.